Hi, today I'm going to tell you how to make no-bake cookies. So first you're going to take 2 cups of sugar. You're going to pour them in a medium saucepan. Then you're going to take a 1/4 cup of cocoa and pour it in with them. You take a 1/2 cup of butter. Well, first let's unwrap it. And then you put in a 1/2 cup of milk. And put it on to 7 heat.
Okay.
So now over here, we have our peanut butter and our oatmeal and all of our other ingredients. So in the 3 cups of oatmeal, we're gonna put in the half cup of, just chunky butter, chunky peanut butter, or regular peanut butter.
Crunchy.
Creamy peanut butter. So it's just gonna glop in like that. You see, I like to make a little hole inside the peanut butter. That way, when the vanilla goes into the oatmeal, so the oatmeal doesn't absorb all of it, and so that way it doesn't absorb immediately and I can use it later. So we're going to take 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Measure carefully, my dear brother. I'm sorry.
And you pour it in the little hole that you made. Oh, and you put in 1 pinch of salt. Now,
This is what it looks like.
this is what it looks like so far, with the vanilla in the middle, the peanut butter around it, with the oatmeal all around, the 3 cups of oatmeal, and the pinch of salt. Now back over here, the mixture is melting nicely. The butter hasn't melted all the way yet, so let's wait a few more minutes until it all cooks and the butter is melted. So, when you're finished, you want a place to put it. So, you're going to use some handy wax paper. It's very useful, and it allows your cooking meals or your cookies or anything you want to put on it. It doesn't stick. Now back over to the mixture. It's looking a little bit like this. That's the butter right there. With the mixture of cocoa, milk, and sugar. Sugar and butter.
Make sure you scrape the bottom.
One of my tips is to make sure to scrape the bottom so it doesn't burn, and the sides. And, kind of chop up the butter so it melts easier and there's more surface area. It's trying to hide. Won't work. You want to keep heating it even after the butter has melted and it starts to boil. When it starts to boil, remove it from the heat and cool it for 1 minute. We're going to do that in just a minute after it starts to boil. Hey, this is what it looks like when it's boiling on a roiling boil, and we're gonna let it cool for about 1 minute. Okay, so now we just finished letting it cool for a minute, so now we're gonna pour it into the amazing bowl. You wanna scrape off the bottom part so you get more of the deliciousness. Make sure it's fully combined and nicely mixed in with the oats. Make sure everything is mixed in, and when you're finally done, you And when you're finally done, you take a cookie scooper like this, and you put it on the parchment paper that you just set out. Wax paper. Make sure to stir it a lot. You'll come up with a mixture like this. Make sure the peanut butter is all mixed in. It adds a really good flavor. Make sure you scrape the sides and get all that goodness. And there you go. Now you're gonna take it. You're just gonna take a scoop, deliciousness, and you plop it on there. See? And then you've made your no-bake cookies.